The film starts as we see our hero Dong Chul and his companion Chun wiped out working at a fish conveyance administration. Dong Chul used to be a hoodlum. In any case, in the wake of meeting his significant other, he resigned. Also, started maintaining normal sources of income soon after they hear a disturbance since one of the shippers neglected to pay the upkeep expense to their supervisor Kong Chun. Debilitated, sees this and mutters to Dong Chul that the supervisor hasn't given them their checks yet anyway. When Kong, what's more, his men pass by, the two bow their heads in regard. All at once Dong Chul gets a call from a man, and the two of them hurried to visit him. It turns out that Dong Chul tends to put resources into obscure organizations, and this time he's wanting to put resources into Lord Crab's. In the wake of really looking at tests and wavering for some time, Dong Chul chooses to put down his cash, which incorporates the 100 million he acquired from the bank somewhere else. We see Dong Chul's significant other Jisoo, who works at two places just to earn enough to pay the bills later. Returning, Dong Chul asks Jisoo about her viewpoint on putting resources into Lord Crab. However, she becomes irritated in light of the fact that he continuously takes speculations that end up to be tricks, making them stray into the red. Somewhere else, a gathering of crooks drove by. A man named Ki Tai is attempting to drive his way through an entryway in a condo. Later, opening the entryway, he goes up against and seriously goes after a debt holder anyway. As he's going to kill him, the indebted person's girl comes, and Ki Tai is captivated by her excellence. He and his cohorts then grab the young lady as an obligation payoff. On the way, Ki Tai's vehicle crashes into Dong Chul's vehicle by accident. Dong Chul then, at that point, escapes his vehicle and investigates the harm, so he attempts to convince Ki Tai's driver, in all actuality debilitated, to emerge and report the make a difference to the police anyway, in light of the fact that they're holding a young lady hostage, truly debilitated. Attempts to move rapidly and offers Dong Chul some cash. When Jisoo sees him tossing cash at her significant other, she shows up chiding him and tells Dong Chul to contact the police. Ki Tai, dazzled by Jisoo's appearance, escapes the vehicle and starts beating his driver and apologizes to Dong Chul. Seeing this, the several gets gone ballistic and right away leaves. The next day, Dong Chul goes to Kong to get his check. However, he just gets a little sum. He attempts to argue for all the more, however Kong overlooks him, so he's driven away from he. Then, at that point, continues to see Chun wiped out, where they discover that the ruler crab transport is being held in a Chinese port. They accept that they've been misled once more and are worried about Jisoo's reaction, assuming she figures out that night. Dong Chul takes his significant other out to supper to commend her birthday. During their discussion, Jisoo exhorts that they get a phony separation so they can keep their condo. However, Dong Chul becomes unsettled and denies doing so. He then tells Jisoo about his ruler crab venture, and after hearing the sum, she ends up being angry and hollers at him. He then, at that point, quiets her down and goes to recover the birthday cake. However, when he returns, she has proactively left. In the meantime, Jisoo heads home in a taxi. However, she feels terrible, so she texts Dong Chul and guarantees him that she entrusts him with his choices. Dong Chul, who is still in the eatery, is satisfied and surges home in the wake of accepting her message. Later, Dong Chul's vehicle needs to stop in the widely appealing on the grounds that a man named Lim Gu is moving a few things to another vehicle anyway. Lim Yu goes out to be Ki Tai's thugs, who is deliberately dialing back Dong Chul's course home. In the meantime, at home, Jisoo is stole by one of Ki Tai's cohorts. Some other time, when Dong Chul gets back, he can't view as his Spouse and their loft is in a disaster area. He then, at that point, starts to overreact and goes to the police headquarters to report what is going on. The police then, at that point, show him the loft. Building CCTV film anyway before the snatching somebody intentionally debilitated the CCTV cameras in the space a while later as Dongchul leaves the police headquarters. He gets a call from Katai who causes him to pay attention to Jisu's arguing. Voice key, Tai then says he's put a business card on the refrigerator and welcomes Dongchul to meet him at an eatery. When Dongchul shows up at the eatery, Katai calls him once more and solicitations that he taken care of before him. The pack ends up being loaded with cash and Katai lets them know that this is Jisu's cost. Also, that she won't be getting back. Presently, baffled Dongchul presents the cash to the police as proof. After the police research, they reason that what happened to Jisu is an occurrence of illegal exploitation and attempt to excuse it. Dongchul grasps that the police aren't treating the seizing in a serious way. He then finds that various other ladies in the city have been taken in the same way as his significant other, and none have been found alive. In this way, he chooses to assume control over issues and contacts his companion Chun Wiped Out to orchestrate a gathering with an investigator for hire named Bear. June Wiped Out illuminates him that Bear requests a critical amount of cash, which they can't bear since they've moreover given Key binds cash to the police. Dongchul goes to see Kong once more and requests his wages anyway. As expected, Kong will not pay his whole sum and admonishes him. His men start to pursue Dongchul, yet he battles every one of them. Kong is scared when he sees Dongchul's solidarity and pays generally his contribution. A while later, Dongchul and Chun, debilitated, go to meet the investigator for hire. Bear also request his assistance. He then gives up all his cash to Bear, who guarantees it's deficient, hence Chun, debilitated, subtly guarantees Bear 5% of the returns from their ruler crab. Speculation. The next day, Bear finds the tag number of the individual who set Dongchul's cash pack. In the wake of surveying the CCTV tape, they ultimately realize who possesses the vehicle and continue to meet him. Subsequent to questioning the individual being referred to, it is uncovered that he sold his vehicle permit number to a bookie since he can't get away from betting at the bookie's foundation. So the three continue to the obscure place where the man sold his permit plate. They are accompanied to an authority who inquires as to whether they need a number plate for vehicles or medications. When she finds out that they need to really take a look at her clients' data, she expects they are cops. Furthermore, orders her folks to go after them. Anyway, Dongchul routes them individually, compelling the lady to give him eventually the data he expects. In the evening, Dongchul goes to a club in light of the business card gave by the bookie. Anyway, the business card is obsolete and the owner of the dance club has changed. While stopping, he sees a van leaving with a male and a few ladies. The man ends up being Limgu, who deferred Dongchul's direction back to his level. Dongchul approaches Limgu as he gets back to his vehicle and urges him to get out. Anyway, Limgu in the long run figures out how to escape from the spot. Later, Dongchul gets word that the police have found a body. Disheartened, he hurries to the station to affirm the body. He is unnerved, however. Luckily, the dead lady isn't Yezu. The next day, Bear researches the departed lady and discovers that she's been absent for 2 years. Anyway, the odd thing is she was in a senseless state prior to being seized, and her better half once went to the police headquarters to admit for some reason. In the following scene, the three continue to meet the person whose spouse's body was found. The man reveals That his better half was in a trance-like state 2 years prior and that he used to mind and give. For her, they even showed up on a network program to request assets for the treatment. Anyway, one day Kitai found him and offered him an enormous amount of cash in return for his better half, who was indicated by him was at that point alive. Carcass, the spouse, ultimately acknowledged the cash-in trade for his better half, and he is currently genuinely regretting his activities. Before Dongchul leaves, the man tells him some data he's acquired about the individuals included. Later, as Dongchul and his companions get into the vehicle, they hear a boisterous disturbance and find that the man they just conversed with has committed self-destruction by tumbling from the highest point of the expanding. After checking the data out given to him, Dongchul perceives a natural face and business card of the fellow named Du Debilitated who crashed his vehicle days prior. Then goes to meet Dusik, who doesn't remember him at all. Dongchul then takes Du wiped out from his office and brings him to Bear's office for addressing there. He is brutally tormented for quite a long time, however will not reveal any data soon. After Kitai video calls them and takes steps to kill Jisoo if Dongchul doesn't kill. In all actuality, Du Debilitated, his significant other being tormented, Dongchul chokes Dusik's neck till he falls. Oblivious Kitai then illuminates him that in the event that he needs his better half back, he should reimburse the cash after the call closes. We understand that Dongchul was just acting. What's more, squeezing Dusik's corridor, driving him to swoon. Dongchul then slaps in all actuality Du wiped out hard, and he in a flash stirs. After that, Du wiped out uncovers that they are advance sharks that snatch borrowers or their friends and family when they're not able to pay their cash. They'll hear and they'll hijack a lady due to her appearance. The grabbed females would be sold for prostitution in unfamiliar nations at powerful costs. Kitai is a perv who